you got to get some good points right there. And if he does, I know he'll have the voice and the power to do something. I'm just saying, if he has to run after anybody, if he has to actually do any physical activity in this role, I don't think he'd be able to do it. If he has to drive a normal sized cop car, if he has to drive a Crown Vic or a Charger, he won't be able to do that because he's too tall. And if you ever seen any of those Buick commercials, he looks so uncomfortable in those cars. I don't think he can do it. All right, so a former Kentucky staffer who went on to operate a management group is charged with felony fraud for cheating clients out of almost $1.3 million. He was a guy that worked with some prominent NBA players and people and cheated people out of $1.3 million. When you add the Kentucky in front of this, it makes it very interesting because Kentucky has been linked. Actually, John Calipari has been linked to so many different scandals almost everywhere he's been. So when you add this name into it, when you add Kentucky, to me that I'm scratching my head and thinking, is this at all related to John Calipari? I would definitely suggest to you to go check out the 30 for 30 on John Calipari. I think it was called the One and Done or the One and None or something like that. It was a pretty good 30 for 30. But I would say that John Calipari is not all clean. His hands are not clean at all. I don't care what you say. His hands are not completely clean. Is he as dirty as people put him out to be? I don't think so, but his hands are dirty. Don't get me wrong. So when I read that, immediately I thought, how is John Calipari linked to this? Which I think he is. I think he is linked to what's going on. Anything that's going on at Kentucky, I think he's linked to it because he is a very prominent name. He is somebody that is, seen as one of the best coaches, if not the best coach. He is a one and done, and he will say he's a part of one and done, and he doesn't care that players come for 1 year and leave. And I don't completely care about it either, because if you have a situation where you need to take care of your family or whatever it may be. So, but I think John Calipari is linked to that. All right, so let's move over to baseball here. The Yankees are retiring the great number 2 Derek Jeter tomorrow. And Derek Jeter had a great career, and I think it is fitting for him to get the recognition. No doubt about it. He should get the recognition. Now, I was thinking you should have just made it a weekend. You should have just made it the whole weekend. It should have been this Derek Jeter weekend, Saturday and Sunday. As much as he's done for this organization, so not necessarily trying to rag on what they're doing, but like this should be Derek Jeter weekend. But big congratulations to him. Big round of applause to everything Derek Jeter has done for the Yankees organization. Great player. Great with just life, period. I mean, for God's sakes, the guy's trying to buy the Marlins. Which, Mocha, with you being in Miami, is that deal done? The last thing I read, Jeter and Jed Bush and that group are completely out of it. And Big O says, truth, Ben. Cali is a cheater. These coaches all cheat one way or another. You're right, Mocha. They do. One way or another, they somehow cheat. But Derek Jeter's Sunday tomorrow. Big congratulations to him. Everything that he was able to do for the sport of baseball, not just for the Yankees, but for the sport. And he's going to own a team sooner or later. He will own a team. Mark my words. I don't know what team it's going to be. I don't know what type of group he's going to have to do it with. But he will own a team sooner or later. Matt Harvey. Let's talk about Matt Harvey right here. Go look at his picture on ESPN. So he is at a feud with the Mets organization right now. He was reportedly partying the night before calling in work sick with a migraine. Like, I wonder, like, how does that work? Is there like a call-in phone number for Major League Baseball? I mean, for the Mets or for an organization? I mean, do you call the coach's phone number? Who do you call into anyway? And then Matt Harvey had a horrible outing last night. I think he gave up like 3 home runs, 5 runs. But this guy, and they're talking about sending him down to the minors. But this guy, and he's a North Carolina guy at that. He's a North Carolina guy. And all these issues that he's had. But if I was the Mets, I would send Harvey down to the minors. I would do it. Because he needs to get a dose of reality. This is an amazing opportunity that you have that not everybody gets to have. Not very many people get to have. So, and the report is that his girlfriend broke up with him. And I understand you can be heartbroken, but if you're not pitching that day, even if you do party the night before, still show up to the game. Like, all you're doing is sitting on the bench and watching the rest of your teammates play. So to me, that was, I would be out on Matt Harvey. I would send him down to the minors. He hasn't been the same in a while, so it's not as if this guy's an ace. He's not an ace anymore. Or if he was an ace, I think he was like on the cusp of being an ace, but he's not an ace. All right, so Chucktown Frank says, Mocha, UNC cheated by giving black athletes a fake African-American studies class, and they haven't been dealt with yet, plus won the championship. They all do it, but they mad at Cal because he is recruiting them and getting all the shine. And you're right, UNC did do that. They did. And nothing has come of that yet. I thought there was some type of punishment that they were going to be getting, but I guess that didn't come out yet. Mocha says the deal is not done with Jeter and Jeb Bush buying the Marlins. Matt Harvey lied. He got jealous his ex went out Julia Edelman, definitely. So the Bushes will have access to 2 teams. Didn't they own the Texas Rangers at one point in time? Chucktown Frank says, yes, they did. They did own the Rangers. But Jeb Bush doesn't have enough money. I think that's what the issue was. The money that he was putting in wasn't enough. All right, so also in Major League Baseball, there is a consideration to end extra innings. Is this possibly going into extinction? This will be the dumbest thing ever. If Major League Baseball decides to do this, it's what makes baseball baseball. The game continues to go on for innings. They had an 18-inning game the other day, I believe last week. So I completely disagree with them deciding to do any type of doing away with extra innings. I love extra innings. Who doesn't? But there was a story that basically came out by Buster Only of ESPN. He said, just like home plate collisions and takeout slides, will extra innings go into extinction? I don't think it should. I don't agree with it at all. All right. Appreciate everybody for tuning in as we get to the end of the show. Thank you so much for everybody on the chat line, everybody that was listening. Thank you, everybody, from the top to the bottom, everybody in the chat room. Happy Mother's Day to all the mothers out there listening, all the mothers on the chat line, to the mothers in my family, both of my grandmothers, Grandmother Sutterth, the Grandmother Hall, also my wife, Erica Sutterth, my sister, Camellia, my mother, also all the mothers in my family. Thank you for everything that you guys have done. All the women on the show, in the chat room, or listening, or wherever you are. Happy Mother's Day. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. And we are out. Thank you for tuning in to the BS3 Sports Show. You guys have a good rest of the weekend. We'll be back on Monday, the weekend wrap-up, Monday, 12:15 Central Time. 12:15 Central Time, Spreaker.com/BS3 Sports. And then 2 weeks from now, we'll be doing the next BS3 Sports Show. It's bi-weekly. So appreciate everybody. Have a good one. God bless. We out.
I bet you just wanna let your light shine. This is your moment, 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 your moment. This is your moment, this is your moment, this is your moment, moment. It's time to change the
We are the brightest, we won't succumb to the darkness. Lord knows we need light right now. Unity's calling, crying out from the mountain, telling us to come home right now. You're my brother, we don't have to fight anymore. Oh brother, none of us win in this war.
I bet you just wanna let your light shine. Yeah. It feel like you've been waiting for the right time. I feel like you've been waiting. This is your moment, 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 your moment. This is your moment, this is your moment, this is your moment, moment. It's time to change the world.
You're my